Hello everybody of the Let's Play community, I'm the Blind Swordsman and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda. In the last episode we finished off, I think it was level 5, something like that. No, it was level 6. I remember it completely now. In this episode, we're going to make a quick pit stop into the place so we can pick up the Master Sword. Like the final sword of the game. It's the best sword in the game. It's not the Master Sword per se, but it is the best sword in the game. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Sorry, I had to move the mic a little bit and move this over so I could see what's going on. I tried to cut out as much as I could with the pausing and everything. I know I didn't get everything, but you know what? Screw that. So yeah, I try to cut out as much as I could. For that, that's why I just made another super easy cut right there so that we could get a move on. But we're gonna, in this episode, going to go ahead and try to get through most of the stuff we can here. I don't know why the frame rate's being all weird on my thing here, but we should be good to go here in just a second. Yeah, we're good to go. It's going smoother for me now. But yeah, it's still losing a few frames on just like the side of the, you know, the freaking computer side, not necessarily the recording. It wasn't the recording, it was something else. Plus, I don't feel like the graphics really do much for you there, so I mean, like, the frame rate in general is just not really like a ton there. So yeah, and I'm just trying to figure out on the map where to go. That's just the biggest thing, you know, that we need to do now is just try to get the 7th dungeon, and I believe it's just up this way. If we head up right here, what we want to do is, we got the flute in the last episode, and I'm trying to figure out what to do. And I remember you're supposed to play the flute, and I didn't think to do that for some stupid reason. So we're gonna play the flute now, and this leads us to our level 7, which is our 3rd to last dungeon in the game. And it's going to be easier, but it's still kind of a doozy. I feel like the last 3 dungeons in this game are actually pretty easy because now we have the proper equipment to deal with things. So yeah, I mean, now that we've got the ice rod and we've got, you know, things like that. Not the ice rod, I'm thinking of A Link to the Past with the ice rod. But, you know, we got the best sword in the game. We got all these kind of weapons. So the last couple dungeons to me, because, you know, of how the game's structured, I don't really feel like are that bad. This did take me a while, but there is some fast forwarding involved, but the reason why I did the fast forwarding is because there are rooms where I really had to kind of take it easy and go a little slower. So that's why I did that. Not any particular reason why, but I had to do it because of that, so. But yeah. But yeah, this game just, I don't know, like, it bugs me so bad, like, even that, it's like, dude, like, did I just kill the right thing, or, like, what did I do, you know? But we go through the next couple rooms, and, that leads you back to the entrance. So, chat, the reason why level 7 took me a while is, again, because the rooms are kind of crazy with the enemy placements. But not only that, it's kind of a more confusing dungeon. It's one of the more confusing dungeons in the game to go through. But, like, places like this where I have a ton of enemies to deal with is kind of like the whole problem, I think, with this place. But I think it's the best dungeon in the game, in my opinion. It's my favorite one. I think it's super fun, and I think the balance of enemies is really good. Plus, the fact, you know, you're getting ultra powerful and can start using stuff, just, it makes it so much better to me. So yeah, it just is what it is, man. So, if we head this way, to the right, and then we get our little fluter out, because again, I have done a lot of this blind, so for me it's just like, I don't know what's coming up next. When you do this, I thought it was 3 that split up, no, it's just 1, but you can hit them with, I didn't mention this, but you can, instead of using your bow and arrow and taking like 500 shots, you can just use your sword, hit them twice, and you're good to go. And like these guys right here are one-shotters, so like they're super easy to take out as well. And now the slowdown's happening because there's too many enemies on screen. But now I can just take my time because I got the frickin' clock. I think they do that for a lot of enemies just because they wanted to stop the game from slowing down, but, you know, because that's what it seems like to me, is the bigger the rooms with the enemies, the easier that drop is going to happen. So, is what it is, though. And now I'm trying to figure out where to go. I think this is where the fast forwarding starts. No, I guess not. Yeah, but what I did is I went in the other room and I just blew up the wall and hit it north. So, no big deal. No big deal, just cut out a little bit. You know, it's like when you're trying to make videos like this, I feel like it's one of the more difficult things to do just because you don't know what to leave in and what to cut out. Gosh dang it. It really is starting to bug me, though, that I did not cut out some of this dead air. Like, it does get kind of annoying after a while that, you know, I don't do that. But, yeah, like, again, this dungeon is just super simple. The problem is going to be, like, coming up, there's going to be a room with tons of enemies in it. And we just want to take them out as quickly as possible, but I just don't have the time to figure that out, so that's why I decided to do a fast forward part. And there is a fast forward part in this video, and I do apologize for that because I know I've done that for most of the videos in this particular Let's Play, but I mean, it's just, it is what it is, you know? So, but we're getting through this. We're not getting hit too often, you know? I think the main thing is that I've gotten hit so far really is by those guys, and they're not too much of an issue. If you get out of the way of enemies, because you can't use your sword for a few seconds, it just makes it easier. So, now we'll get our stupid thing out again. And again, these guys aren't, like, hard at all. So, I mean, like, for me, the only thing that makes them kind of a challenge, these guys, is the fact that they're, they split into threes. So, this time. So, now I'm just trying to figure out how to hit them, because it's a really kind of a difficult thing to do. And we get full health because I got a fairy. And another thing, like, there are fairies all around the place. So again, I don't know if I got lucky or if, like, this is how it works, but it seems like this is how it works. So I think this is one of the rooms that starts out with me doing that, because there's kind of like a roundabout way we have to go in order to get to the dungeon boss. So, but in the dungeon boss is going to take 2 hits to take out, spoiler, because it's a first boss we've seen in the game. So, not really too difficult, but you're going to start seeing it now. So here we go. Going to feed him that, and then we're going to run in. And then boom, we're going to fight in this room, get the map, which this place is called the Lizard, but the Lizard is, again, like I said, I think it's the best dungeon in the game. So there we go. We got the door open, which I didn't need to do, but I like doing. So, but as you can see here, I mean, you look like there's so many freaking enemies in this place. And they're all kind of brutal and like, not nice. So, and there we go. Yeah, super easy, super beneficial to take all this stuff out. And now I'm like, okay, now where do I go? So that's the whole problem right here, is trying to figure out where to go next. So, but it is what it is, man. You know, we'll get there when we get there. Get in this room, we got to take out all the enemies, including the ones in the middle. If we don't do that, it's going to be hard to find. As you can see, you can kind of hear the bad guy, the main bad guy. But we do need to come here and get this, the candle, which I don't understand what it's used for. Like, it's not really used for the game. So, I mean, you know, it doesn't make sense to me. But, hey, it is what it is, man. But we're getting right through it here. We can go up and we can go right. I don't remember where I'm going first. So, I'm just going to head right and play my flute. Fight this guy. Go up here. And then we got to blow up some dodongos, it looks like. So, and I'm going to save state until I get these. Because you know what, man? Like, I don't care what anybody says. Like, I'm a save stater. It's just the way it is. And I got one there. I've never done that before where it actually, like, turned and ate it until this Let's Play. So I felt very fortunate that I got that. And I should have save stated right here, but I didn't think to do that. I'm like, no, I could do this myself. Which, it's not that difficult, but it's still, it's one of those things where you're like, dude, like, I hate this so bad, you know? And there we go. We're down to 1 hit. And I put the wrong one on, I think. No, I didn't. I just waited for it. And there we go. That's going to get me a heart and some bombs, which is really nothing special. So, I mean, is what it is, man. Is what it is. But now we're going to get through here and get that. And I was like, I'm going to blow up this wall, but I didn't do it. So now I'm like figuring out where to go again. So it's just like, this is definitely what you call a guide game. Like, even if you have like the special one on the Switch, it's a guide game. It is what it is, you know. And whenever I get to reviewing that, that's something that I don't know if I'll mention that just because everybody says that, but I will mention, you know, the game's kind of hard to get through, so, you know, is what it is. Okay, this room we have to get through wall masters, which there's 3 of them. Now here's the problem, is that those stupid things hit you and you lose your sword, and then they take you back to the entrance. So what I did was restored my load point and just went back in there and got it done again. So it wasn't too terribly bad, but it is something that I don't like about it, though. And I had to redo this crap again. I was like, I don't think I do have to redo it, but I'm just going to do it anyway because of convenience, but it is what it is. And I was getting so frustrated with it. I was like, dude, like, can I just hit the guy, please? Like, it's so annoying that I can't hit the guy and he can hit me, you know? Like, I don't know, like, I shouldn't play NES games because they piss me off so bad. But, you know, it is what it is, I get it, but, like, they just, like, I think NES games are, like, the problem is so, okay, it is something that people have sat there and said that's their childhood, and I get that, I firmly understand that. But you can't sit there and tell me a game that is more archaic, like Zelda 1, is better than like something like Ocarina of Time or Twilight Princess. I'm sorry. You can't just sit there and say that just because you had childhood memories associated to it. You can't. I'm sorry. Like, if it's your favorite game of all time, that's fine. I don't care. But, like, don't sit there and tell me how I should do that if, like, you firmly believe that this is the best game ever, you know? Because I firmly believe a different game is better, you know? If you live in a glass house about this game, then don't throw rocks at me about it. Who cares? You know what I mean? It's just, it gets annoying after a while, and, like, the argument which Zelda game is better is just so stupid to me. And, like, the fans, like, of the series annoy me so bad because it's like, well, this game is trash and this game's good. No, they're all good. Just be a fan of the games. They're all good games. Like, I thought for the longest time Zelda 2 was a terrible game. But after playing it for the first time to try to get footage for the next Let's Play, I enjoy it. It's not bad. It's not the best Zelda game in the series, but it's not bad. I think it's better than this game. I actually really do, which is kind of weird, you know? A lot of people wouldn't say that, but for me, it's just something that I can confirm to say, you know? It's like, well, this is the best game in the series. Well, this is the best game in the NES lineup, not in the series, but you get my point. But yeah, I've made that rant a couple times now, but it gets so, like, still in discussions today, it's like, well, we should just, I don't like your game, so I'm gonna just hate on it. You know, that's stupid. Why would you do that? Why can't you just let people like what they like, dude? Like, come on. But now we're at the boss, and so this guy's gonna get taken out in 1, 2 hits. There you go. I'd like to thank you all for watching on The Blind Swordsman. I will see you in the finale of Legend of Zelda in the next episode. Take care, everybody, and have a fantastic day.